and welcome to Craft with Sarah and day 19 of the Christmas Craft Countdown, where I'm sharing a brand new Christmas craft project every day for 20 days. Today's project are these really cute place settings for your tables at Christmas. They're very quick and easy to make, which is perfect if you have a few of them to do. In this video, I'll show you 2 different ways to add your names to the place settings. The first uses Cricut pens to draw it on, but if you don't have any pens, you'll want to check out the second way, which is how you can cut the names out. Let's see how to make them. If you haven't already registered your free ticket for the Christmas Craft Countdown, go to craftwithsarah.com/CCC to do so. Once registered, check for an email from me with subject line Christmas Craft Countdown ticket information or any of the other emails from me that you've been sent throughout this countdown. Can't find them? Check your junk or spam box to see if they've gone there by mistake. These emails contain the link to view the countdown projects and download today's files. Scroll down the page to find today's project. Click the button to start the files automatically downloading to your computer or mobile device. Each download is only available for free for 24 hours after it goes live. If you have missed some, check out the Instant Access Bundle at craftwithsarah.com/CCC bundle, which gives immediate and ongoing access to all of the files from the Christmas Craft Countdown. All downloads come in zip folders. You need to unzip them before you can upload the files into Cricut Design Space. Once you've downloaded and unzipped the folder, open up Design Space and start a new project. Go into Upload over on the left and then Upload Image. You can then either click Browse to find the files on your computer or drag and drop them in. From within the unzipped folder, go into SVG files, and here are all 8 of the different designs. You need to make sure you're choosing the files which start SVG in the file name. I'll add this one, but they all work exactly the same. When you load them in, you can just see the outlines of the images. That's what we're looking for, that's fine. So I'm going to press Upload. Then it will appear in my recent uploads, so I can click it and then press Add to Canvas. But before I do that, I'm actually just going to upload another one. Let's choose the reindeer. So I can do 2 at once. So I click both of those and then go Add to Canvas. They load in as grey and that's absolutely fine. And you see it's got some cut lines in it. How these work is that we're going to fold along the middle bit, which will be scored, and then the Cricut will cut this line out of the back piece of the holder, so you can then fold it upwards to create the little pop-out effect. We need to change this horizontal line to a score line. Click on the design, and then ungroup it, and then you see there's the little horizontal line in the Layers panel. Under the Operations drop-down, change it to Score, and then when you click away, you see it's turned into a dashed line. To make it easier to see the next things, I'm going to change this to a bit of a brighter colour. We need to tell the Cricut to do that score line down my piece of card, so select both of the layers by dragging a box so that it touches both of them, and then press Attach. And then I do the same for this one. So I'll ungroup it, choose my score line, change it to score. I might make this a different colour to cut from different card. Select the layers and attach them. And then this would be ready to cut out if I wanted to write on them myself by hand. However, my handwriting is pretty terrible, so I'm going to get the Cricut to do it for me, and I'll show you 2 different ways in which you can do that. First, I would detach my score line again, and then I'll come back to that later. So I'll click it and do Detach. Go into Text, and I'll type out my name. Double click to select it. Go into the Fonts drop-down. I'm going to go into Filters and choose a writing font, and I'll go for Alicia Stencil Script. Now this is still showing as a cut font, so under Style, choose Writing. And then I can put this over here, make it the size that I want. I also need to set it to pen in here, and then I can change the pen color. So I might do a turquoise, for instance. When you're happy with how that's looking, drag a box around it all and press attach. Another way you can do it is by cutting out the names. So if you don't have any pens that can go in your Cricut, this is a great alternative. Again, there are two ways to do this. So I'm going to copy and paste this to show both of them. I'll detach these layers and then go into text again, type out my name, change it back to a basic cut. And then this time I will search stencil in there and then choose one of these fonts. A stencil font has these little bits cut out of it, of the letters, which means I'm not going to lose the middle of my A's when we cut it out. Why is that decided to be a print and cut? I want it to be a basic cut. So I could put that one on there and then select everything and press attach. And now when this cuts, it's going to cut out these parts of the letters. So then when I fold it in half, you can see the name cut out. If you'd prefer it to be a little bit more obvious, you can do the same thing, but with a background behind it. So let's detach these. Actually, no, I don't need to detach them. Let's attach them again. I want to do something different. So I'll go into shapes and then choose a rectangle. Or what looks quite nice if you've got Cricut Access is this rounded edge rectangle. I'll untick the padlock, put that there, make it, let's go for a dark blue. And then go into text and type my name again. Only this time, select both of those layers and go align, center, and then press attach. And now that will cut the letters out of this piece of blue. I can glue it on the front and then you'll see the pale blue behind it. So there you go. That's 3 different ways to add your words, your names to the place settings. Just to show you how it looks when I go and press make it. Here's my first one with my draw layer. Here's my second one. So I've got the one without the name and then the one that will cut the name straight out of it. And then my darker blue piece with my name that I will stick on top of that one. So go ahead, add as many of the different designs as you want, get them all nicely arranged with the names, cut everything from cardstock, and then we'll see how to actually make them. And it is super duper easy. Here are my place settings cut out. And this is the one where the Cricut drew my name on it. To make it, it really is as simple as folding along that score line. Make sure it's pressed really tight. Ta-da! That's it. I told you this is going to be quick. This is the one where it cut out my stencil letters. And again, you just fold it along the score line. Just fold down all those pieces. So on the back, it looks a little bit messy along the top where you can see it folded down. But generally, there it is. So there's that one. And then finally, there's the one with the extra bit with the name on. So there it is folded. Here's my name. I'm going to grab some glue. You could also use 3D foam pads if you want it to be a little bit dimensional. And just add my glue on there. And then you'll never guess what I'm going to do. Stick it on. Try and get it vaguely straight. And there we go. So that kind of shows you the difference between those two. We've got our one that was drawn. Ta-da! Table place settings done. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to make these cute little place settings for Christmas. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more Cricut crafts. I hope to see you tomorrow for day 20, the final day of the Christmas craft countdown. Thank you for watching. Bye!